Our story continues. Who's writing Computer City as Ash and Misty run into a homeless guy trying to sell some rocks. With Ash asking him, "Do you know where the next gym is?" And he will say, "Oh, him." As Ash would say, "Him?" Confused, as Flint would just say, "Oh, sorry, just thinking," as he'll give him some directions, as Ash would take on the gym, as the battle would start between Ash and Brock. Brock would lead out with a dual dude, as Ash would lead out with his execute who will fire off at Zorb, and when it tries to get close, Brock will just call for a mega punch, able to push the heads back and separate them, as they all start to freak out about what they're going to do. They're all not together. As soon as they're all together, Brock will call for a rollout, knocking it out, as Ash will just think to himself, how's he doing this bad already? He even have the advantage, as Ash will call for Beedrill, as it has the flying advantage to dodge for rollouts, as since Ash didn't let out its Pokeball ever since he caught it, so it wouldn't listen to Ash, so that means Ash would get disqualified. Ash would just go to the Pokemon Center to heal his Execute. Misty will follow inside, as she'll try to talk to Ash to cheer him up, as Ash he'll wouldn't respond, because he's just really sad that he couldn't beat one of Brock's. He couldn't even land an attack on Brock's Pokemon, and his work with Beedrill. Why isn't it obeying him? Why? He just thinks to himself. As somebody will walk into a Pokemon Center, as the person will come up to Ash, as it's Flint, as Ash would say, "Hi." As Flint would say, "Do you want me to help you train your Pokemon?" And as Ash would say, "Sure." As they make their way to Flint's cabin, as Ash would send out all his Pokemon, with that being Eevee, Execute and Beedrill, as Beedrill would just try to fly off, as Ash would just plead to it just to stay here for some training, as Beedrill would like the idea of some training. As what Flint does is trying to teach Ash's Eevee the move Double Kick. As he separates the Executes and leads the leader Execute to find them all. As Ash is meant to work with Beedrill by doing some training with it. As Flint would say to Ash for him to go throughout the forest to try and make friends with other Pokemon if he wants, or do some training and just to try and become better friends with Beedrill, have a campfire, something like that. As Ash would agree, as he'll go off. As Misty would ask Flint if she could actually have some training as well, since she would like to get stronger as well, because she's thinking actually about competing in the gym challenge. As Flint would say, "Why not?" As he'll ask to see all of Misty's Pokemon, as they all get revealed: Hood, Magikarp, Starmie, Goldeen, and Seal. As for Magikarp, he tries to teach it the move Tackle, as they find a nearby river to do some with some other Magikarps who know Tackle. For Starmie, he teaches it to take some more moves better with his own Pokemon, Rhydon. And as for her Goldeen, he tries to help it move around better on land, as it learns Aqua Jet, as who's for Seal, who he tries to teach it new moves, stronger versions, as it all works out. Who as this is now Misty's a lot more confident. She brings Seal, who and Starmie to the gym battle against Brock. As Brock he says to Misty that they're going to need to wait for next day for their gym battle, because he met into someone as they're really strong, and as they'll just do some chatting, and that's where we're going to lead off for today's episode. I think I'm going to do part 3 tomorrow or the day after that. I love you all. Bye.